universe is broken by air and weather. The small primary colors light the screen in error as the wind creates soft distortion. I should swim. No one seems to swim in pools. It is a salty mirror. It is better and broken, the same, or matching. This is singular. A singular pool, the water would be to Jan's waist if they were to enter. Proxima Centauri b is a shallow all-ocean aquaplanet. The water's salinity is higher than Earth. Allowing the water to be cold. Jan thinks in relationship to Earth. Or perhaps their own chemical needs build aesthetics. I know it is not, but it feels boring. Flat, maybe subdivided by geography. Used for vacant, melancholy, former heading, even-keeled, broader term affect, related term, narrower term, eyes straight, mouth open, voice low. Is that so? Anger may be subdivided by geography. Broader term, emotions. Emotions may be subdivided by geography. Flat. Here, with such complete uniqueness, my evaluation is biased. On the day side of Proxima Centauri b, I look at the monochromatic pool, the blank screen, the austere cover of a book, the television set gone blue, asking, what else? Jan thinks it is a pool. Proxima Centauri b completes its orbit in 11 days. Due to the planet's close proximity to its star, it is tidal locked. There is a permanent day side and a permanent night side. Though colder, the night side receives less radiation from its star, particularly ultraviolet, and with moderate radiation levels and slightly warmer temperatures, the world has learned to blossom in the shade. There is a belt of cosmopolitan happening where the day and the night meet in an eternal sunrise or sunset, and halophilic organisms of varying complexity are densely distributed along this inhabited belt. There seems to be a food chain of inanimate organisms living off the energy of the planet's star, with animate organisms consuming them. The organism that we are calling halophilic titan, or HT, is complex. We don't know the form of its intelligence or its culture, however it is advanced, and it is obvious that it reads and utilizes the flares from its star. Jan was positioned at the center of the planet's day side, resting above spectrum higher than visible light. Proxima Centauri B is very close to its star, and though as an M-dwarf star the amount of energy that Proxima Centauri gives off is relatively low, its stellar flares are rather common, and the planet's closeness increases with the impact of its electromagnetic energy, and the large amounts of ultraviolet and X-ray radiation were thought by exoplanet researchers to sterilize planets. However, HT had evolved to utilize electromagnetic radiation in all of its levels. As a result, it connected with Jan through lower level radiation waves that the suit did not block. It could have done this at any time, but it had not noticed Jan until they entered the water. A spot one notices on a blank screen. The radiation is a connective radio. The human body has always been a transmitter and receiver. Humans never learned to decode and interpret the information directly. My own radio. Part 4. HT was here, and Jan was here. Communication was not valid from one to the other because thoughts were known throughout the network. A piano and a clarinet both playing A4. One oscillator at 250 hertz is singular. Two oscillators at 250 hertz is a unison. A violin and a flute playing C5. HT and Jan held each other's awareness.